what I know now, I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Take those fragile years, all your worry and tears, and put them on me. Oh, I must admit, when I think of how far we've come, it was worth the risk, 'cause it dug us a deeper love. Never in a million years did I think I'd get so lucky. Never in a million years did I think you'd be mine. And now I can't imagine a life without you, and every song that I write's about you. Just thought you should know, I'll never let you go.
Hi, hon.
Hi.
We're just taking off to go to
Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree. That's
I just
right.
have to think about it.
For some reason, I have this block about Joshua Tree, and I can't remember it in my head. Look at this glorious day we have here.
Beautiful
We're almost
day.
sad to be leaving our paradise, known as Boulder City, and setting out in the smart car. Maybe I'll hand the phone to you, since me driving and filming at the same time is not
Probably
optimal.
not a good idea. Say hi, honey.
Hi. Show Lily in the back seat.
Lily with the bad breath. Look at that happy girl.
Lily does have
Cooper's
some
in his
bad
kennel because he doesn't ride well.
He jumps all over the car.
He tries to get in our laps and
Not
get
safe.
underneath the driver's feet, and it's not
See, this
not
bridge
safe.
clearance 14'6", so just a little bit over the height of our rig.
Yep. Isn't it beautiful here? Well, we'll get some more video a little bit later down the road. And we've got a stinky breath girl blowing her lovely air at us. Turn your head somewhere else, girlfriend. Stinky. Woo! We need to brush your teeth.
We used to give our other dog Colby, when we were first married, we had a dog named Colby that was a Sheltie, and we used to give him those breath strips. Do you remember those guys? Those little I don't know, they came out of like a little dispenser, and you would like just pull them out one strip at a time, and it would like immediately stick to your. I don't think they did. I don't think they used xylitol back then. Hopefully
But they could now, so.
They probably would now.
Xylitol's poisonous.
I don't think they make those though anymore. I haven't seen those for a long, long time. Anyway, Lily has stinky breath, but she's cute, so she gets.
So we put up with it. This is how cram-packed this little car is. I don't know if you guys can see. Here, I'll take this. There's my lovely hand. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I'll try to turn this. There's my feet with a bag under it. I don't know if that came out or not. You might have to cut that. And then there's the dogs back there with the kennel. I mean, this car is like completely packed.
It's really roomy from like me forward. Plenty of leg room, except for Christy, who apparently gets to put her feet on top of the suitcase.
Yeah, I get to put my feet on the suitcase, so that's always fun. My feet are like stretched out straight in front of me, so I can't bend them.
Someday when we don't have a second kennel, because sadly Cooper will have gone home to the Lord, then we will have room for a suitcase in the back.
That's my baby back there.
I know. He's a good boy.
There's the happy girl.
She's so cute.
Here's some more of our lovely trip here to Joshua Tree. We got lovely mountains along the way.
Right here, solar panels. From our house, you can see these.
They look like water from up above.
Yeah, from above in Boulder City, when you look down here, it looks like there's a big lake.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. On our way down to Joshua Tree National Park, gonna spend some time with my sister and my brother, and we're still in Nevada right now. They're starting to see some actual Joshua trees on the side of the road, which is kind of cool. Little teeny ones, not the big thick ones that you see when you get closer to the park, but still pretty beautiful day here. Good day for a drive.
And we are headed towards Joshua Tree, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to give you a little history of what a Joshua Tree is. So
because we didn't know.
We didn't know. Joshua trees actually are unique trees. They're limited range to the Mojave Desert of California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona, and they only grow between elevations 2,000 and 6,000 feet. And it says What are Joshua trees? They're Yucca, I'm going to screw this up, brevifolia, otherwise known as a Joshua tree, is a species belonging to the Yucca genus. Joshua trees are actually the world's largest yucca in the world, and they are sometimes called yucca palms, tree yuccas, or palm tree yuccas. It also bears the Spanish name Izote de Desierto, which means desert dagger. And why are they called Joshua trees? It says that there's a couple of stories about how the Joshua tree got its name. One tells of the name being given by Mormon settlers as they crossed the Mojave Desert in the mid-1800s. The shape of the tree reminded the settlers of the story where Joshua reaches up his hands to the sky in prayer. By the 1870s, some Mormons were referring to the yucca palm as the Joshua, but the exact origin is a mystery.
I think it's yucca palm.
Yucca, whatever. I call it yucca. You guys tell us what it is. Is it yucca or yucca? What eats Joshua trees?
Yucca.
You might look to the Joshua tree as a possible snack, apparently. We wouldn't recommend trying to chow down on any part of the tree as they are protected. But even though it's not a snack for us, Joshua trees do provide critical food and habitat to animals in the Mojave Desert. The yucca moth, in particular, collects the tree's pollen and lays their eggs on the flowers. Huh. Interesting.
Cool. I like it.
And how old are Joshua trees? It says they can be estimated to be about 1,000 years old, but this tree may be an outlier. The average lifespan of the Joshua tree is said to be about 500 years. Wow.
Wow, that's pretty old.
That's pretty cool. And I guess they're a protected tree. It says that they are found within the boundary of Joshua Tree National Park. It's a violation of federal law to take damaged plants and wildlife in national parks. But why the protection? They're crucial to the ecosystem of the Mojave Desert. They provide food and habitat to local species, and additionally new research indicating that the trees are being negatively impacted by climate change, like everything else.
You know, I wonder if the reason why we probably couldn't have one in our park is because if it does provide like food, then it just would attract.
Yeah, it might attract critters. I guess it provides for moths, so I mean, I don't know why moths, but I guess, you know, moths could eat other things. But anyways, we're gonna look into it because I think they're a really cool tree, and I'm gonna ask if it's a possibility. If it's not, oh well, never hurts to ask. So just thought that was cool and thought you guys might want to know. So see you later.
Well, here's our room in this place. Nice artwork. I like the door. There's me. Hello. Looks like a really nice place.
Yeah? Alright, cool.
Quite the view. Check out this backyard. 3 hammocks. Big old deck out here with 2 hot tubs. Can you believe they require permits at national parks now? Hey guys.
Hi.
So we just wanted to talk a little bit about our trip to Joshua Tree National Park because I filmed some shots in the car, which you'll have seen earlier in the video, and I shot some video inside the park, but now, according to, we've seen quite a few videos about this, and
and it says you cannot video for commercial use in any national park. So if you're on YouTube or you make any money at all with your videos, you cannot video in a national park.
And by the way, at this time we make $0 from these videos.
But we could eventually, we're hoping to eventually monetize and make some money, which means we would have to take the video down. So
please send your friends, subscribe.
It would really help us out.
We would love to get monetized.
Yeah, it would really help us continue to give videos to you every week and to be able to do more videos and give you the and please give us suggestions of what you'd like to see, because we're happy to take suggestions on, things that you think we can do better, or, things you want to see. We want all of that in our comments so that we can do a better job at giving you guys the content that you want.
Exactly. So anyway, we drove down, backing up. The whole point was we were going down to Joshua Tree National Park area because my sister was coming from London.
Yes.
And I don't get to see her very often because obviously
London.
And my brother was going to be coming over from San Diego, which is only a couple-hour drive from there, and bringing his family. And then
your mom was coming.
We were
from
all going
Arizona.
to be there. We were all going to be there at the beginning of the week together, just the three of us, my brother, sister, and I. We're the trio. My brother and sister are twins, and I'm the older brother. Just FYI, in case you want to know.
That was going to be a whole his family reunion, which was really cool, and we wanted to be there for that.
Exactly. So, and we had never been to Joshua Tree National Park. A long time ago, when I was in the Marines, I was in 29 Stumps for a short time doing training. So I've been to the area before, but I've never been inside the park. So it was definitely interesting being in the area again.
And it's beautiful. If you have people who like to do bouldering and climbing all over rocks and stuff, there's like these crevices that you can like literally walk through rocks and climb up them and get into little squishy areas. That's what he did. I'm not really a fan. And be aware, if you want to do the bouldering, bring gloves. Those rocks are like sandpaper.
No, they're like they're more rough than most other rocks I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're super, super rough. So if you slip at all and grab something, you're gonna tear your hands apart.
Yeah.
And be aware that if you do the bouldering too, wear tough clothes because it'll rip your clothes to shreds as well. The rocks are really, really rough.
Yeah. So
beautiful, but rough.
So we went. We stayed at this beautiful house that my sister rented. That was in Yucca Valley. And we stayed there for we came down on Sunday night. Hi, Leo.
Somebody wanted to
and
do a party.
We stayed until Thursday morning. So that was our time that we were gone.
She wants her daddy.
Hi, dumplings. And so while we were there, we went into the park twice on Monday. And so we went in on Monday morning with my brother and his family and Christy and I and my sister. And then we went to, and well, his wife did not come because she had to work. But then
Whose wife?
Troy's.
Oh, yeah.
And so then in the afternoon, we went
darling.
back, and we went in, so the first time we went in the south entrance, and the second time we went in the north entrance, just mostly to see different stuff.
Yeah.
And when we went in the north entrance, we did that in the afternoon, and we went to Skull Rock, and we went to Face Rock.
Which is really cool.
And I'll show you pictures. I took lots of pictures, so those are going to be showing. You probably are seeing some already. Maybe I'll cut that out.
Yeah, because we can do pictures. You just can't do video.
Yeah, no video. I did take some personal video for myself, but I can't show you guys that because of the whole licensing restriction stuff. But there's a video at the beginning of this video that is a stock Getty image. It's a motion active thing of somebody doing some stars. That was really cool. We did not come out at night there. It would have been really awesome too, but there is camping inside the place. But what I saw was dirt roads, rustic camping. Definitely not a place for a big rig like ours. If you had a van, like one of those camper vans, or even maybe a Class B, as long as it's not too big, you probably could fit just fine.
Everybody else, his brother and their kids and him all went up into the boulders, and I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel very stable on them. So I said, you know what, I'll just walk around the whole system. Yeah, I couldn't find anybody. I walked for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, this is a big place. It's like bigger than Rhode Island, so it's a huge park. Almost as big as Rhode Island. It's a huge park, and I can't figure out where they went. So finally, I just walked back up to the road and back up to the parking lot and sat there and wait for everybody. I'm like, well, the car's here, so eventually they're going to come back.
Yeah, exactly. So there is no cell service in the park whatsoever.
Or text or do anything.
Yeah, so
I couldn't find anybody.
I would recommend if you're going to go there with your family or your friends.
Stay together.
Either stay together or even better,
Have a time.
wishing that we had brought our little radios that we use to communicate.
Or have a time if you're going to separate that you're going to meet back at a certain point, so that you can make sure everybody's safe. You know, and there are definitely some animals out there. I didn't see any snakes this time of year because it's a little too cold, I think, for them. But we saw the most adorable little, what were they, squirrels?
Well, we saw there's these little ground muskrat things.
There were
we
and
saw
lizards.
Those. Remember those lizards that were warring
each
against
other? We think they were trying to mate, not war.
Well,
but it was pretty funny to watch them.
They were jumping around and flipping around, and
so there are some, and then there's some birds, some bright blue birds.
Yeah, bright blue birds.
Really pretty place though. I mean, it was really fun. The second time we went out, it was super windy and we were all freezing.
Yeah. So it was weird. Like, we were in 29 Palms area, which traditionally is very warm. Even at this time of year, you can expect kind of summer weather. And we got there, the day we got there, it was really nice.
Really nice.
It was a little windy, but it wasn't...
Well, and then the second day was really nice too.
Yeah.
And then it got to Wednesday, or was it Tuesday?
Well, Tuesday was the second day we were there.
Yeah, so it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday because it got really windy Tuesday night. And then we tried to go to the park again Wednesday. And Tuesday night, there were like 65-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, it was out of control.
And it was snowing.
No. It didn't snow until
Wednesday. It didn't snow until Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday night.
Yeah. But it was really windy Tuesday night. We had to take the dogs out at like 11 o'clock, and I thought it was going to like blow my Italian
Cooper was pooping, and he was literally like...
He'd pee, and his pee would go sideways, and I'm like, well, I don't want to get that.
It was pretty funny. So, it was crazy. We got snow pretty much everywhere. It was sticking on the ground. Yeah, we
went out Wednesday morning to the park. Everybody got too cold after we took one little jaunt out to some rocks, and we all went back because we were all freezing.
I climbed up on top of Cap Rock at that time. Really nice view from up there.
Oh, it's beautiful, but it was just really windy. They don't normally get wind like that. So we all came back, and then we just kind of drove through the park. And then later that night, the snow came.
The snow, yeah.
That was fun to watch.
And then when we left, we had to take about 2 inches of snow off the top of our car and, de-ice the windows and stuff. Windows. And of course, we don't have, like, scrapers in our car because, like...
We travel through the sunny areas during the winter.
Yeah, we never intend to be in snow. And so,
We've had snow here in Boulder City, though.
Yeah.
And we had snow in Benson, Arizona, where we were before. So I'm like, man, I've seen more snow on my travels than I normally see when we lived in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah, it's been a crazy winter. Any of you that are in the Southwest or California, especially if you've been through the California, all the storms that they've had. So it's been a pretty crazy year. In other parts of the year, it's been very mild. So it just kind of depends on where you're at. But yeah, we just wanted to share our experience. I would highly recommend visiting Joshua Tree National Park if you guys have not ever been there.
If you got kids that like to climb around rocks, they're going to love it because there's plenty of opportunities. And your shoes really do stick to those rocks because of how grippy they are.
Yeah, they're very grippy. It's like little pieces of quartz stuck into granite. There's these. It's got like a natural. Diamond plate texture almost. Yep. That's literally kind of what the rocks are like. Like all the rocks there are that way.
Your dogs can come into the park, but they have to be within 100 feet of the road.
Yeah, this is a good point.
So if you want to go and like explore further than that, you have to leave your dogs at home or with somebody.
Yeah, so that is a very good point. The within 100 feet of the road rule. There were people that were just walking their dogs kind of parallel to the road, and that's a good option. And there's still lots of bouldering opportunities within 100 feet of the road.
Yeah, within close to the road, but if you really want to go exploring and walk further out into the park, you're going to have to leave your dogs in a car or somewhere. Not in a car because that's too hot. But you leave them at home or leave them with somebody, so that they're taken care of because they don't like you walking more than 100 feet from the road with your dogs.
Yeah, so we went and visited the what was the place with the super narrow slot canyon? What was that called?
Oh, that was
Hall of Horrors.
Yeah, Hall of Horrors.
So the Hall of Horrors, there's 2 slot canyons. One's wider, probably 4 or 5 feet wide. You do have to climb over a bunch of boulders to get into it, and it's probably like you go up 6 or 7 feet and then down 6 or 7 feet to the base of the canyon. And then if you're motivated, you can kind of do the whole push off the wall with your feet on this side off 2 walls and kind of crawl out that way. So you can do that. You can crawl all the way through the canyon.
That was the stuff that I decided. I was like, yeah, no, I'll just walk around.
And then there's another one right next to it in the very next like little cave, and that one is extremely narrow. It's easier to get into, and it's so narrow that at a certain point I was with my niece and I was like, yeah, you go ahead. Just don't go too far. I want to be able to see you. Because it was so narrow. I was like, I probably could fit through there, but I'm just not really jazzed on having to call, like, you know, emergency services
And
to
how
put
would you call
airbags
them?
in. And, well, you can use the SOS feature on the new
That's
iPhones.
true. And I was
I
like,
didn't
yeah, we
wanna
don't have any
use-
cell service.
I didn't want to use the new SOS feature on my new iPhone. That's, you know, just kind of not into that. So, yeah, and then having to use airbags to make the rock push out a little bit, and I'm just not really,
Yeah.
damaging a national monument because I was too dumb not to go through a narrow spot. Just not really interested in that.
Then there's me, and I just won't even try it because that's like my worst fear is being stuck
Yeah.
in a really small space.
Anyway, thanks guys for watching the video today and for taking the time. Please like and subscribe to us if you have not already subscribed. Please share our channel, and hopefully we'll be bringing you more footage from the area right here in Boulder City.
And again, give us ideas of what you'd like to see.
Yeah.
We're always willing to try new things, do new things. So, if you give us an idea, we're going to get on it and do our best to have it happen.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
You've been recording this whole time?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, crap.
That's all right.